Welcome back. Sudarshan Sukhani and Mitessh Thakkar now joining us. We are staring at a bit of a gap up. The problem for this market is that every rally gets sold into. So, is there a risk of this minor gap up also getting sold into? Sudarshan, good morning. So, yesterday the market sort of held out the 200-day moving average and had a bit of a pullback. But the overall texture has still remained quite weak. What do you do in this kind of a market, both on Nifty and Bank Nifty?
Good morning, Anuj. Well, the ideal action is just to listen to you and do nothing, because I personally cannot understand how to trade this market which goes up and down every 2 hours. It's not even a daily now, but then we still have to trade. Yesterday, the Nifty, as you said, held on to its 200 DMA. It held on to a significant support level I spoke about, 17,050. It did go below it, but just after a couple of hours, it retrieved that level again. So far as 17,050 holds, again, with the gap up, I think the trade is to be a buyer. It is possible. There is a remote possibility that markets are slowly discounting risk. They are just saying, okay, we have understood all the risks and now we can go back to normal, whatever that normal is. So for today, the trade is to buy on a minor dip and accept the gap up, keep a stop under 17,050. Okay, the Bank Nifty is a buying opportunity, much better than the Nifty because it is suggesting outperformance. But keep the Nifty levels for both.
Okay, and on the Bank Nifty levels, Sudarshan?
Well, it's the support is 36,700. But I would say that if you see a rally in the Bank Nifty, that is a preferred buy.
It's a preferred buy. Mitessh, good morning. How are you approaching trade today? We were discussing yesterday the Nifty holding out the 200-day moving average. Is there conviction now that that's the worst and the market can move on, or is this a market where you can still say two-way trades?
Anuj, I'm not still sure of that the bottom has been made, but yeah, temporary low. I think second time on the 200 average seems to be done. Idea is that you keep getting bounce back from the support areas. I think eventually that should result into some kind of a stronger base building or a reversal pattern, which could suggest upsides happening in the medium to long term. So I think that process might still be on. So therefore, we are not out of the woods as yet. But I think clearly, given the fact that on multiple occasions that we have bounced back from there, the 200 average and the 16,950 odd levels, I think that's become a very strong support zone or buying zone. So I think trade with mixed bias, but on the index, try to buy closer to about 17,000 levels whenever you get it. And on the stock side, I have mix of buys and sells, 2 buys and 2 sells. iShares is a buy with a stop at 2,700, targets of 2,780 here. Dixon is a buy with a stop at 41.25 for targets of 42.30, and DLF is a sell with a stop at 3.30 for targets of 3.12, and SBI on a mild pullback is a sell with a stop at 506 for targets of 487.
Okay, Sudarshan, good morning. What about your stocks? I mean, are you going to, step back and not trade on individual stocks as well, along with your market view?
No, I think we will trade. My market view is that we have no idea what's going on, but there is some support. So we'll be buyers on dips, at least for the day. Since the same theme comes to stocks also, ONGC is a buying opportunity. You look at the ONGC chart, it's so much higher than its previous lows. It's outperforming the market for reasons which we all understand. So ONGC is a buy with a stop under 160. Marico is a buy. It's making a very attractive bullish base. It's also making higher highs when the Nifty was making lower lows. So Marico is a buying opportunity with a stop under 498. And the third buy, if the news were not there, if this market were not news driven, I would say do nothing but buy HDFC Bank. But clearly there is so much news. But the HDFC Bank is giving a very attractive bullish pattern. So let's take a chance, buy with a stop under 1486. It's a tight stop. And finally, Gujarat Gas is an intraday short with a stop above 655. But today, it is possible that we may like to focus on the buys.
Very quickly, 10 seconds, Bank Nifty contours. Mitessh, Bank Nifty?
Yeah. On the Bank Nifty, Anuj, again, that's an index which has gone into mild outperformance compared to the Nifty. But the key levels are 37,100 and 36,800 on the downside, and 37,900 and 38,300 on the upside. My sense is that in case the market chart continues to improve on the intraday basis, we might see the Bank Nifty get past 37,900 and try to head towards 38,300. Beyond that, I don't think. I think around those levels we'll see very strong selling coming again.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Let's slip into a quick break. We'll come back with the pre-opening rates. We'll also connect with Sunil Bhora, the Group CFO of Minda Industries. The company and the industry overall has been facing some pressure in Europe. More on that in a bit.